about the death of the artist Prince?
Prince was a good man. He was one of the greatest musicians of all time. Purple Rain. Some say I look like my father. When Doves Cry, that was one of my favorite songs since I was a shorty. Hey, my guys from Africa, come here.
Hello.
Come here, man.
I know that shit.
Hey, get off that.
What's going on? What's going on?
Get off that shot shit, man. Come here, man.
About what?
Yeah,
Prince, yeah.
Yeah, Prince.
I heard about that, you know, so I'm very upset
love
for
Prince
that.
in Africa.
Definitely. We
all
love
over.
him, all
Europe,
over the world,
Germany.
you know. But what I heard yesterday or before yesterday, I was
think it was a conspiracy.
Very upset for that.
Really?
Definitely.
I think
but I don't know what's going on. What happened now?
I think
you know,
somebody
all
slipped
these
him
beautiful
a Mickey,
athletes and amazing
and he couldn't
athletes gone like that for nothing.
He couldn't recover from the Mickey they slipped.
Yeah. I was saying
That's
like
what I think. They dropped something and whatever, and they killed him.
Yeah, I think that is a very
the man was as healthy as
give me that sweat.
as an Olympic player. How do you die like that?
Yeah, he spoke up about a lot of conspiracy theories, actually.
Right, it's young,
what would
very
you
young.
say to
57.
Prince right now if he was right here?
I would say thank you for Purple Rain. Thank you for all the great songs that you made. Thank you for being
peace and love, Prince.
You know, he was out, he did him.
He's in heaven right now.
He didn't want to do what everybody else wanted. He made the music guy. He wanted to make it. The guy was the last one. That's all I can say.
It's original. He played guitar.
He played guitar, instruments.
Yeah,
he was a real artist. He played instruments. A lot of artists these they don't play instruments. They don't know how to, they use auto technology and all that. The man was a real artist. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I really like the way he played guitar. He was a great guitar player, actually.
Yeah.
And I play guitar myself, and I really liked his technique, and he could play across many genres. And I've heard him play straight ahead blues and rock and roll, and a bunch of things. He's a competent musician. Really. I was impressed with that.
If Prince was here right now, what would you say to him?
I like your music. You're a good artist.
He's an artist, like a real artist in every sense of the word. And growing up in the 80s, I mean, I lived 2 hours from Minneapolis, would go up into the First Avenue bar, saw Oingo Boingo. There's a whole other story that goes with that would not necessarily be fitting to this, but it was really amazing. But I wasn't the kind of girl that was like oogly over a male musician, but he was just really very inspiring.
Yeah,
just raspberry beret, kind you find in a secondhand store.
I like that song.
Yeah.
something that that I have to say, as somebody who didn't grow up in that generation, but I can feel his presence in the music scene as a musician, and he was a very real artist, and that I can tell. Like, the first time I ever saw a video performance of him live, I was amazed, because, hey, thanks. Because,
I'm sorry he only has 5 strings.
That's fine. Because he sounded like he had like Jimi Hendrix thing going on. He was super good, you know. He was as good as Jimi Hendrix, but like people didn't see him for that. People saw him for his unique, you know, like.
Well, that's because he kept his profile actually kind of low.
Yeah, he did, you know.
Yeah.
And he, you know, people saw him for that, like, for that skinny dancing, singing, wooing kind of artist guy, but he was a lot more than that. He was a lot more than that. He was really sensitive and a genius, you know. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not going to sing along with her, and I'm not a singer, so.
Yeah. No, he's just very inspiring. And I guess as a musician, if I was ever to become famous and be remembered, I would have to say that I would kind of like to be like that, be myself. I'm kind of John Mayer-esque, but be like that via like Prince and Neil Young in a way, you know.
Watching Purple Rain
ever since yesterday around 5, I rented it from the, it was like, it's a super chance, and it was at the video store. And it's been on a loop in my living room.
Wow.
So I've been watching it.
What's your favorite part?
Darling Nikki.
What?
Darling Nikki.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. And then I've had like the Minnesota PBS public radio channel on. It's been just looping all of the songs.
Wow.
So I've been listening to that. It's called.
What's your favorite Prince song?
I like the Around the World in a Day album.
Oh.
It's most like the Beatles. So
Oh,
it's like
really?
very like Sgt. Pepper-ish. So I like the whole album, especially that song. So it's very like retro. So yeah.
If Prince was here right now and you could say anything to him, what would you say to him?
But I respect his authenticity and his integrity. He was very particular and very talented.
After we got done with the interviews and before we left, we set up my PA box and blared Purple Rain right there on the Capitol Square.
I never meant to cause you inside of love. I never meant to cause you in pain.